I'm whispering because Steph is still asleep, but welcome to a day in my life. So here's what we got going on for breakfast this morning. We got 4 whole eggs, 1 English muffin, half of an avocado, and then here's the trick. On top of this English muffin avocado spread, you gotta throw some of this everything but the bagel seasoning right on there, like so. And it's a powerful, delicious combination. So that's breakfast. So my morning routine, I'd say 95% of the mornings, is that I wake up at 5:30 a.m., roll on a bed, roll into the kitchen, turn the lights on, take strong greens, take strong reds, maybe make some coffee, and then start working for like the first hour and a half of the morning. Just knock out like as much administration work, emails I'm catching up on, or just tying up some loose ends from the previous day. That's what I spend like my first hour and a half doing. Like just fasted, just sipping on coffee, like I said, and just kind of letting the morning wake up on its own. And then I make breakfast. So like now I'll dig into breakfast. So like that is my morning routine. That's, like I said, 95% of the time.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running
Okay guys, this morning it's a Yasso workout. So Yasso workouts are 800 meter repeats. I have 6 of those. So we'll do an 800 meter repeat. I have to do it, I believe, 3 minutes, 10 seconds. And then I'll do like a 400 meter just like jog, and then right into the next 800 meter repeat. So that's today's workout. I'll kind of break it down after I warm up. I'm gonna walk you through my warm up. But like this track that I found recently, I've had the hardest time with finding a track over the past like 2 years. Because if you go to like a high school track or a college track, most of the time they lock them up. This is like, I guess it's like it's a free county like park that has a track, which is perfect for training. So some 800 meter repeats today. So this warm-up has 4 parts. First is foam rolling, and then is some stretching, and then we do some drills that my coach has programmed in, and we'll finish it off with a 10-minute warm-up jog. And that's all before getting into the actual workout itself, but absolutely necessary steps. The good news is I no longer have any IT band issues. The combination of stretching and foam rolling and foam rolling and foam rolling and using the ice bath and power dot and Theragun, like all those things in combination, I have fixed all of my minor little injuries, have avoided injuries, and training is going very smoothly. I announced last night on an Instagram story that I can now comfortably hold like 7:05 minute per miles on runs, which is improvements. It's improvements, but it's not there yet. We have to get it down to like 6:45, 6:50 minute per mile pace.
They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Just finished up the workout, and like I said, it was a Yasso workout. So the Yasso was 800 meter repeats, 6 800 meter repeats. Now each 800 meter repeat was supposed to be done in 3 minutes, 10 seconds, and then it was a walk, jog, lap as a break. It's like run 800 meters, which is 2 laps around the track, then jog 1 lap, and when you finishing that jog, do another 800. So 6 of those. I'll tell you, these track workouts, like, they're pretty rough. But I like the balance of this training program right now that Legacy Endurance built me. So there's a lot of slow tempo runs. There's a threshold run every week. There's some sort of speed intervals, like a track workout. And then Saturday, Sundays, like this Saturday coming up, I have a 9-mile slow run. And then Sunday is a 16-mile long run. So, I mean, there's a lot of volume built in here. I'm definitely getting faster. It's working. But that workout, I recommend it. If you guys want a really good solid cardio session that's not too long, fairly quick, 800 meter repeats, Yasso workout. Damn, I feel good. But hey, we're making progress. We're getting closer to that Boston qualifier. We're gonna get it. I guarantee you we're gonna get it. So first thing on today's agenda is we are going to look at a new warehouse. So our current spot, 2 videos ago, or like last video I talked about this, our current spot's like just under 10,000 square feet. And we were looking to grab the warehouse next door, which is like another 10,000 square feet. But for the price we would pay for both those warehouses, we can get another warehouse like 5 minutes away from here for half the price for what we would pay for those 2. So we're going to look at a few warehouses right now with some guys. It's a few options. They're like 20,000 square feet, and the price is like currently what we're paying for just under 10,000 square feet. So we're just trying to plan for the future of kind of what we want to do next, because we are going to require more space, and more space costs more money. So being more efficient, more effective with those costs, just being proactive, that's what we're working on right now. This place would need cleaned up a lot. Like, there's a lot of work that would need to be put into this to bring it to like standard we would like to have it at. So, but it's a lot bigger than, like, it's what we need.
It's pretty cool to see how big the space is. It feels huge, but I know once we would get things in here like racking and everything like that, it would kind of fill up pretty quick. It would just maybe need a little, a lot of work to bring out the aesthetics and everything. But overall, it's just cool seeing new spaces and everything.
It's an awesome place. It has a couple of cool features with like the loading docks and stuff are a little bit different at this one, where it has like hydraulics in it and stuff. So that would be good for as we grow. And it actually has more docks. This one has 6 docks in it. Like Preston said, not as aesthetically appealing, but that's something we can work on over time, and it opens us up for 10x growth.
Each warehouse we've moved into seems huge, and we always end up outgrowing it. So this looks appropriate, and excited to outgrow this one as well.
So here's the thing, we are coming from like our old building, our current building, which is this like Class A spec'd out building, right? And then looking at larger spaces that are a little cheaper, that are a little older, we'd have to come in here and really like clean them up. Like, we would come in here to something like this before moving in, and like the floors completely like cleaned up. We would paint all the walls. We would replace all the lighting. We would redo all the offices. We'd paint the out interior. Like, we would put some improvements into a building like this to make it look like our current one. And what happens when you take over a new lease too is a lot of the times the landlord will give you some money per square feet to build that out. And that's what we're kind of talking about right now, one of the options. But like this is 30,000 square feet actually. 30,000 square feet, we would have plenty of space for inventory, for a bigger gym. But it's hard to walk into these sometimes and say like, man, like, it's not exactly what we're looking for, but you gotta build it out the way you want it. So you gotta see the potential. You gotta see the potential in something.
Bathrooms are pretty gnarly.
So spot number one, obviously would need probably like $200,000 plus put into it to bring it back to like where we need it to be. Like we need it and want it to look brand new, like our current spot. So we would have to get in writing with a contract with them before even signing a lease, even considering a lease. Hey, you will make these upgrades or we're not gonna move in. So that's option one of like, we take that shell and we turn it into something amazing, like beautiful, build it out. Option number two is what we're looking at right now. They're breaking ground on this. This is a brand new warehouse, same price per square foot, about the same size. So that's another option. I'll tell you right now, like I am more inclined to getting a brand new spot if it's the same price, same size, rather than grabbing that spot back there. That's where I'm at. So option number two, it's being built behind us right now, and that would be around between 20 and 25,000 square feet. Now, like commercial real estate is super interesting because, for one, like you have your price per square foot for a leasing unit. You have maintenance costs built into that price as well on a monthly basis. And like these spots right here, like the one behind me we just walked, and it's identical to the one across behind us that we would have. They're just a shell. You have to build that entire thing out. You put offices in, you have to put the AC units in, you have to do everything. It's literally just a shell. And you get a small amount of money per square foot to build it out. But like I'm not a big fan of the ones behind us, like the ones across the street, of what they would be. Right now, we're more inclined to move on that first one if that landlord would give us the money to deck it out. If the landlord would give us money to improve all the things that need improved, that would be ideal, because I think that was close to actually 30,000 square feet. So, time will tell. We'll see. So here's the thing. Reason we are even considering moving, right? For one, we've had massive growth this past year. So the need for space is one of those, and especially not only warehouse, but office space for more employees that we hired and are hiring in the spring. But more importantly, like commercial real estate, they lock you into a lease, and that lease is it's taken very serious, right? So getting out of a commercial lease is difficult, even if you have to move into a bigger space. Now, Baylor, Scott, and White, they lease like the 3 units down behind us, and they're packed with people. So there's a higher probability that they are interested in our space. So if they sublease our place, we can leave into a larger facility. So there's a lot of moving pieces. There are a lot of things that have to be aligned properly before we can even consider making a decision, but we're looking at options in the meantime. So that's what's going on right now. We have about 1 million knives in the warehouse right now, but we're completely out of spoons and forks. And I forgot a fork or a spoon today, so we got chicken thighs, we got some rice, and we're just making things work. We're making things work.
The glamorous life of an entrepreneur.
This is what it's all about. I should just eat it with my bare hands. All right, guys, it has been a while. It's been a few weeks since I last recorded a podcast. But here's the thing, we had our biggest month to date. November 2019 was Bayer Performance Nutrition's first $1 million month. Okay, so pre-workout time, probably one of the best parts of the day. We're gonna do a little chest pump, little chest workout. We got some strawberry kiwi flight. Now, strawberry kiwi, is by far our best selling flavor of Flight. Little strawberry kiwi Flight, little blackberry lemonade endo pump for some powerful pumps. Now, resistance training wise in the gym, probably training like three days a week right now, on top of marathon training, with the intent of just like, I don't want to get soft. So, staying hard, always staying hard all day, every day. Now, a few ingredients we are experimenting with for an endurance product, and I'm going to be using these for the next couple weeks. I've been using these the past couple days to see like how my body reacts and how it feels. Now, this bag right here is called Carb 10. Both of these ingredients are things we're experimenting with that are by a company called Compound Solutions. So we've used ingredients by Compound Solutions in the past, like Dynamine, T-Creen. This is Carb 10. This is a low glycemic carbohydrate powder. The intent of Carb 10 and why we want to use Carb 10 is it's very easy digestible and it's easy on the stomach. So like that's a main concern during endurance training and using a carbohydrate supplement. So Carb 10 is the carb powder that we're experimenting with. And then Pico 2 is something we're also experimenting with. Pico 2 it's one of Compound Solutions' products as well. It's a mushroom blend shown to improve and increase endurance. So these two ingredients in combination with electrolytes is what we're looking to do for our endurance product. So like I said, I'll be using them the next couple weeks, see how my body reacts and see how I perform while using them.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hate. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars, I'm flipping the racks. I need racks, give me cash, and then tax. That's a joke. Tell them to laugh. Uncle Sam, got the bag. Put me flat, get them back. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's facts. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, so workout complete. Little bit of everything, a little bit of chest, a little bit of back, a little bit of core. And what we typically do is like we work till 4:30. At 4:30, our last round of packages get picked up by FedEx, and the whole team works out in the warehouse gym. And now we're taking the Can-Am out. So this bad boy, since we bought it, unfortunately, like, this thing's been sitting in the warehouse a little more than we wanted it to, just because we got it a few months ago with the intent of using it for a lot of content and taking it out, having a good time. But then, like, as soon as we got it, BPN hit this like massive growth spurt, and it's just been like work. But every once in a while, we'll take it out behind the warehouse and have a little bit of fun. So that's what we're about to do right now for a little bit. Gas left. Zero gas! And we have to make it back to the warehouse. Hold on. Out of gas! Oh my God! Woo! That's a day in the life of me and the Bay Area Performance Nutrition team. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed it. We know we did. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
I think I pooped my pants.